there's a couple of great tips I'd like to cover about burning your stove as well. First of all, don't ever clean all the ashes out of the firebox. Always leave an inch to an inch and a half of ash bed inside the firebox. It's easier to start the fire, it builds up temperature quicker, and it'll establish a coal bed a lot quicker for you as well. So that's one of the nice things. About once a year you want to check your door gasket. That's the rope that goes around the inside. That is a fiberglass weave gasket. You want to actually replace that about once a year. Sometimes you get 2 or 3 years out of that, but it will compact over time, and if it compacts too much, you'll start bringing air in around the door feeding the fire, and you won't have as much control on your air control. So on all wood stoves, you do need to replace that, typically annually to semi-annually, depending on how much use your door gets as far as opening and closing. The other thing is your chimney maintenance. It's very critical that you have a chimney sweep. Inspect and clean your chimney at least once a season. So that's pretty normal, pretty typical, and again, you want to burn dry seasoned wood. Your local low-pi professionals have all these answers for you. Please consult your local low-pi dealer. They'll be able to fill you in on any questions you might have. As most of you know that have owned a wood stove, a big advantage on a wood stove is when the power goes out, the heat stays on. So not only is it backup heat, it's going to keep your family warm, and it's also going to provide you with a great cooking surface and warming surface on a low-pi stove. That's a unique aspect to the low-pi. Not only do you have the direct cooktop here, that'll run at about 600 degrees, so I always recommend using a standoff like a cast iron trivet before you put your pot on there. Things might burn a little quick in the bottom of your pan. Up here is your warming surface. Remember, we have this convection chamber, so that's not the direct top of the stove. That's got that air circulating around it, so this doesn't run quite as hot. Right now we've got some chicken and rice soup cooking on top of the stove. It takes about 15 minutes to warm it up. You can also do mulling spices in the pan up there, or you can do some hot cocoa for the kids when they come in from outside. Great way to live with the stove is to utilize the stove and all the features and benefits it has to offer. If you go to lowpistoves.com, you'll find some great ideas for recipes on our website.